Alright, welcome to another live stream of Minecraft. I think today, project we're doing is a castle. So we gotta get our stone bricks and stuff, you know? I just spent a little bit of time off camera blowing up this area. Trying to get it to look natural. For the most part it does. It does for the most part actually look not too bad. Now you can see here, like, you can see the water should flow inwards. So it's going to take a little bit of time to do that. So there you go, you got a little bit of area there. Come in here. Come in there. You got a skeleton down here just being dumb. Like most skeletons are. Alright, we need to map out exactly where this area is going to go. There's some water here, which I could easily blow out this area out and make this whole thing fill in. Right? And I could easily connect that little basin back there, too. But this castle will cover this entire ground here. As well as this area here. So for starters, we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so we go like that. Alright, so 3 block windows are there. This is kind of a guard tower or whatever. This would be considered a guard tower. Just you can tell. I catch on fire, idiot. Lucky, dude. There we go. And he's dead. Don't need it. We're just gonna murder this skeleton too. Yeah, wrecked. No, I'm just gonna die. There we go. I don't know why I feel like murdering this skeleton, but probably because I've been shot by those things too many times. Probably because there's so many of them around. Yeah, because there's one there. There's one down there. There's 2 over here. Got too many skeletons, man. Alright, so we do this. You do that. There you go, there's your basic castle thingy. And then now, if you need to, we have the basic structure here, and we'll fix it eventually. We can just do this and go across to a similar section. Okay, that's not gonna work. So we can do this. Do this. Alright, so there we go. A little bit of a wall that kind of curves that way. The problem I'm seeing with this now is so we have to figure out exactly how this is going to go. It probably needs to be an asymmetrical number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so 23 is there. And then we can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, there. So we can kind of angle it like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. This will just stick out 1, and this will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just delete a bunch of the mountain because obviously you need a tower to be in here. So, the heck, what's your tower? You don't want your tower to be covered in sand, or you might, unless you do. Then you're weird. We're just going to try to modify the terrain to best fit this situation, because we can do that pretty much. It's Minecraft, you can do whatever freak you want to. So a 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Okay, but that's off. I can see that. Okay, so this has to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you start going in, and then 1, 2, 1. Alright, so this matches it perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but you get what I mean. So that lands a little bit better. So now we can do the double edge version. There we go. We got something there. Alright, so that's something to work with. And the reason this is floating a little bit high is because there's going to be a gate here which allows ships to come in and then turn and dock. So there'll be a little bit of a harbor here, and the ships will come around and dock in here. This kind of puts a gateway also into basically a little area that'll be here. So what we can do is go down all the way. So we need to place barriers down here. So for the most part, it needs to look like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There we go. So the gate will be there for the most part. Or at least I hope so. Oh, that's not good. Alright, so the passage may not be necessarily that big. Because you look at this. How wide is that going to be? I mean, I'm not sure exactly. Is that wide enough for a ship to go through? What do we know? Don't know yet. So it may not be wide enough for a ship to go through. We're going to sure as hell try to make it wide enough for a ship to go through. That looks wide enough. Okay. And now I can just delete this. Working underwater is kind of dangerous. You understand what I mean? There we go. That should work. And then you just do that. Add across there. There we go, we got a little gate. Well, not a little gate, it's a bigger gate. But that looks good. That looks good enough to... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 7. Alright, that works. Just going into full blown build mode right now. Just trying to figure out how to get this thing to work. There we go. Now it works. That's looking good. Beautiful. That is a very nice arch. That'll lead in. Very nice. There's a spider just fall into the building. It did indeed. Alright, spider, what are you doing? Can I somehow this. This will work. And we just fill this in with brick all the way up to the top. The area you need to get into. And you're gonna enter the tower through the guardhouse, this area here. In order to enter the guard tower. But this guard tower is gonna be here. There you go. A little bit of a sunlight facade here. Okay, well, you need to fuck off. Slash difficulty. Peaceful, get rid of the mob, slash time, set day. Go ahead and get rid of these dudes. Stop having them wandering all over the build. I can easily set the time of day permanently, but I don't really want to. Based on the fact that the build kind of will need ambience at least some point. Alright. Every build needs some ambience. There we go. Alright, so this area here will be filled in. And there'll be a way to get up top there. But for now. That's what that's gonna look like, is there's a massive guard tower right there. There really should be one on the opposite side too. Like, that could be kind of cool actually if I was to do that. So for now we're just going to cut this off. Even though I spent a little while trying to make it look good. So we just need to do this. One. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so this needs to get broken down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, that should be good enough. Just gonna change this out for bricks at the bottom, or temporarily brick at least. But this will be now the new area for the thingy. But I think a guard tower on either side will fit in nicely to what we're doing. It'll fit in very good. So that's one block too low then. 2, 3, 4. We can improve this a little bit better by coming in here and just doing this. There we go. It looks a little bit odd because it's kind of off-center, but at the same time, it doesn't look terrible. But I want to kind of still measure this and see how long this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we can now go in and do the stuff. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. That's too long. So this is the perfect thingy then. So just go up here and then just reset this. Whatever this is all. It's perfectly fine then. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go backwards by 7, 2 as well, and then we can just do this. Since this is also on the this is slightly lower than what that is over there, so we have to do up 1 block more, which will make a lot more sense. This is the main level. This right here, this will just be filling with brick. That was like some solid in there, and there will be something solid. There we go, we're getting stuff even out now. Now we can keep progressing with the big old guard towers, which is the first thing I'm detailing. Which is kind of ironic because the towers are gonna be like this. Well, they're gonna be the first thing to determine basically where the castle lies at this point. And now this is incorrect, right? This is not gonna be of that much use anymore. Because we're still gonna have to reset this. So for now, we can just go up. Just keep doing this. Just make it to where everything lines up perfectly. For the most part, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And now if you look at it though, now it fits properly with the whole theme of, you know, Castle by the Sea, or whatever, and these towers are a lot bigger. I mean, they're a lot more realistic. Now I can check my stream. It's only been 26, I've only been building this for 26 minutes, and I've already gotten incredibly far in terms of, like, shell and whatever. So this thing may have to be repositioned, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. I go over like this. Unless this kind of connects like that. Unless that interconnects like that, and then we just kind of bring this around. Just bring this around like this. There we go. We have this. So now the walls are coming together, but underneath here you can see it's a little lack. Don't worry, we're good there. Eventually, but for now, we're just gonna this is going to allow me to place down the bricks needed in order to put the floor on. Although I don't necessarily have to do this, I'm doing this just so it seems a little bit more realistic. And it kind of adds in that little bit more extra stuff, extra character too. Obviously, you break this down. Alright, you have your doorway there. I guess now we can probably get into it, so we're going to start using spruce wood. Start filling in the pathways. There we go. Look at that. Very nice pathway. Very nice walkway done. So now we can come in here. Right. Just come in there, just dig out that area there and there. do this. Now it's filled in, you're not going to really hit much stuff. That's a big open archways. That's working now. So now we can continue to build this tower up. It's going to be very nice. One, two, three, four. Base edges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, if you wonder why the dogs are barking, it's because there's people that are currently doing internet work in our house. They're like replacing the internet connection or whatever, or upgrading it. I don't know actually what they're doing. I'm not a professional like person when it comes to internet stuff or whatever. I think these two towers are also going to be 3 layers, maybe even 4, depending on how big the guardhouse is. I want the guardhouse to be. But what we can do now. Just one second. What?
What? Rudy.
Puppy's here. I get joined by Puppy. Yeah. Maybe down there. And that just means we can't really do that. So this has to be like that. So we do this. Let's do that. This, for the most part, should line up. You have to kind of make sort of a high arch. Jesus Christ, she's barking like ridiculously. I might actually have to go up there and shut her up. Actually, I'll be back. already have chocolate. I grabbed myself some M&Ms. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Agree. I'm feeling that I messed it up on their side. Yep. What breed? Or no? Hmm? What are you doing? You see, this will lead up. I'll put some windows at some lower heights too. Put a few of them down. But for the most part now, this thing is getting completed. Those windows there. There'll be a secondary car windows here. Hold on, I'm gonna let my dog out. See if we do this, like we're doing. This is perfectly fine. This will work. This will also look really good too. I'm actually kind of excited to do this. As a matter of fact, I'm actually very excited to do this portion of the whole building because the gatehouse for me. Look how magnificent that thing looks. That looks cool. Because that lets you know that this castle means business, right? You're not getting in here easily. That's the whole point. When any castle, once you get into their place easily, probably not. I would say no. So now we have the windows set up. Area's good. You have this tower over here, which will be 3 stories tall. Same with these 2 towers there. Now we need to figure out a color of wood for the roof. And I think what we're going to go with is smooth red sandstone. Based on the fact that it kind of looks a lot like, it looks decent. That's only 2 blocks of there, so that can't work. But this will work right there. Or does this work there? So if we do this now, and loop it up like there. that, and that. I'm feeling that this will work. Well, that can't. Well, that won't work there, obviously, because that's a tower. But this should work now. If I just keep going up. Just due to the smooth red sandstone. Smooth red sandstone should work. I think we just do the top part off as just a little bit of a smoother thingy. Where's the smooth red sandstone slabs? There they are. Do this like that. There we go. Yeah, that orange color sticks out a lot, and I like that. That's very nice looking. Look at that, that looks nice. That is a very nice looking gatehouse. Very, very good looking. Alright, so we can do 1, 2, 3. Alright, 1. Let's do the 3 level. we go. Either that, this might be from the 4-layer thingy, just to get the needed height. Because I need this building to be quite tall. The gatehouse does need to be tall. Same with the rest of the towers, because the wall isn't supposed to tower over it. The wall isn't supposed to be taller than the towers. The tower's supposed to be taller than the wall. So this could pose kind of an issue for it. For my building. Could be slightly a problem. Because I didn't estimate how big this building actually needed to be or how tall it needed to be. But now that I'm adding in the towers, it's not looking too bad. We've only been streaming for 46 minutes. And, I mean, that's looking pretty good. It's looking really good, yeah. It's looking really nice. It's definitely going to be pretty large. And so we're going to test it with a pretty much, I don't know, a 3rd layer, or 4th layer actually, and layer number 3, number 4. Yep, I like it with the 4. The 4 looks good, so that adds the much needed height to it. This building's it's all about scale. With a castle of this size and the one that I'm kind of trying to create. And I just came up with this thing literally out of pretty much thin air, so I don't plan ahead really. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's actually looking really nice. So now we can start focusing on the roof. Which the roof will be a pivotal point of the building, as the roof has to kind of taper upwards. So I'm just going to go around in a circle. I'll kind of show you what I mean. Some people are probably like, well, what do you mean by taper upwards? So the red sandstone, right? So what we're going to do is a little trick that I've done. I've managed to kind of almost perfect pretty much. If you do what I'm doing now, you'll eventually get your roof to taper upwards very easily. The roof will just start to go up, slope upwards. That's exactly what it did to do. I stuttered so hard. If you do this, keep doing this. I can't actually do that. No, that's not how that works. So you place down your freaking other layer of blocks. Because see, now it's just going to slowly go upwards. And this will eventually taper to a center point. Because I know that this thing doesn't have 2-block center. It has a 1-block center, and that was on purpose. If I go up here now, look at this. Right now, it's got a 1-block center. See there's the roof now. Now the roof kind of tapers up, it looks like. And that's exactly what it does. It does taper upwards, and that works. And then now if I go up there and place a dark oak fence and chain, it should give me the affected like, spiral that I need. A little bit of a spire there. That looks a little weird, but if I take away the chain, that works. Alright. So chain can go away. We're just going to repeat the roof. Alright, we're just going to rebuild the roof by hand. Because that's how I do all of my builds. Every large build that I've ever attempted has been done by hand with no mods or anything. I would love to use mods, but I can't get Forge to work. It just doesn't want to work for me. Which is really dumb, because I previously got it to work on another computer. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. We've been streaming now for almost an hour, but that's fine. Because this is the good part where we can start going in now and detailing this place and adding in all the good stuff that needs to happen to do it to it. Right? There needs to be happenings. Okay, well that's not going to be very good. We need to add in the support for the tower. If you don't add in the support for the tower, what the shit, why did that stop like that? Alright, we need to add in the flooring, obviously. There'll be a ladder, probably in the corner, that leads you up the towers. Or I could do a staircase, but I don't think I'm going to. Now, obviously, we need a bullet. We need a bullet. And if I add in stone to kind of... Right now it makes it look like a slit, like a gun slit, or like a slit or whatever. But now we've added in some... Damn, Dolphin, alright, you show off. Okay. So the windows are going to be nice. So I'm not sure I'm going to add in glass windows or not. I probably will. Although I want to test and see how this looks with stuff like that. Does that look kind of cool? Yeah, it kind of does, but I don't. Well, let's test it with glass panes now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. How does that look? I think we're just gonna go for the a gun with the slits or whatever, because this, obviously this is a castle, it's going to have some fighting. And it's going to be besieged a couple times. Oh yeah, that looks good. I like the contrast of the stone, of the just simple regular stone, just because it adds in a tiny bit of variation that you would never notice otherwise. Like it's pretty hard to notice, tell that there's a variation, unless you come right up close to the build. And that's the whole thing with it, is just supposed to be. If I fly away, I mean, you can tell, yeah, you can tell there's a little bit of difference. And it kind of draws your eye in a little bit. That's perfect. That's actually what I wanted. I believe I can still fly through. I can still fly through this too. Yes. So I can still go through it. Add in the flooring. Alright, you're gonna be in here shooting. Obviously, you're probably be right here, just shooting down there. Looking at the windows, or just look like that. I don't know. Yeah, that would be like a rim around, a lip around the edge or whatever. A rim. Huh? There's the roof. If you might just leave uncut for the most part. Definitely looking good. Definitely happy with this. This turned out good. My building skills are definitely improving. Like, they've vastly improved. Like, I know for a fact that they have. And so now we can just add in the flooring above us, and then now we need to figure out where the freak. Now this looks good. Let's add in the freaking, stuff here. Add it in. Add it in there, and this actually works. So you can come in here. You'll make your way through this little area here. Just do this and that. Beautiful, and I can also make a large banner that kind of hangs down and says something like, I don't know. Okay, so now we need to go through, add in some ladders. There's the ladders. We should add in the ladders where? I'm almost going to say that back center post, but I don't think that's going to work, so we'll add a ladder leading out to here. This works right here. You just go down. There we go. Now we can kind of hang in, or hang some lights or whatever. We can hang something from up here. And we're gonna hang a little bit of a lantern or whatever. That light source will hang down from there. Looks pretty cool, actually. And then on each floor we'll have a central hanging lantern. That's not bad. Central hanging lantern, which is really cool that you can do that. So then I'm just gonna really, you're gonna really notice that. That's too much floating. I mean, if anything, are you gonna really pay attention to this? Probably not. Who the hell pays attention to this anyways? Well, that's bad. I mean, still though, we will still fix it. There you go, light in there. And since you have to enter the gatehouse through one of the side doors, so we'll just put something like a lantern there, lantern there. And go out the door, go out the window. No, not door. Oh, I'm missing stuff down here. This is supposed to be like decorated too. I forgot to completely detail this area. What the hell am I doing? Alright, well, this area is bland as freak too. Did not put the brick there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So it's a 2. I think it is a 2. If I go over here and check. Is this a 2 chain? I want it to be a 3, but I don't know. 1, 2. No, it's only 2. Okay. Amazing. Yeah, you can even see the lanterns now. But this is going good. Oh, my neck. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, you'll have to have some sort of entrance will need to be made. And not directly into the towers themselves, so that'll kind of ruin the whole aesthetic. Where are we going to place the next tower, though? That's the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Probably somewhere right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. There we go. And go like that. And then you do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you do that. So there you go. You got a little bit of a tower going. And I'm just trying to figure out the outline of the castle itself, so I can kind of curve it around, you know, basically the landscape here. But this part is done. That's a good gatehouse. And then now what we can do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll go to 13 as well. Well, 14, 15. So double. So it's a double, and we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and it kind of spikes off a little bit, and then kind of goes 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of a 5-ish, a little bit of a push along the side. And then 6, and then you start 1, 2 again. Yeah, so there the wall kind of curves around a little bit. Or it's trying to, at least. You have to curve it around sort of the best that I can. 1, 2, and then just 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm going to do 3 there. Obviously, there's this, which is going to be situated right there. That's not too bad though, so we need to just bring this up by 1 level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just fill it out. So we just keep coming. And now it's a double. And now you can see the outline of the castle so it kind of curves around like here, and it's going to curve off over here, and it'll end up there. It'll curve back around. All right, so this whole area in here will become village. This castle is going to be pretty big. Basically, it's like a walled city. Like if you think of it, that's about basically what it is. There's going to be a port here, right in this area. There's going to be like something over there. I can probably cut that out over here. Just slice that out with my like TNT or whatever. If I block it off using like, I don't know, something, and then just go in there, blow it up, remove it, make it deep enough so that way like ships can come in and sail in and dock over there for like a barge or whatever, for like something over there. There will be a massive pier over here. Obviously it's going to extend. Probably something over here. Lighthouse, probably. Also ignore that floating thingy over there. But now we need to start going this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, hold on, I lost 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31 should be good enough, because that's an uneven number, which means that we should have the spikes should all line up, or whatever the crenellations. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 by 7. And now again. Once again, we're doing more stuff. Just keep adding on. This project's probably going to take me, I would assume, at least a month, if not longer, to complete the whole project itself in full, as it's just a time-consuming project. Very time-consuming. I also kind of want to fill in that. And then alright, so we can kind of come in here and terraform this and flesh it out or whatever. Alright, I'll come in here and fill it in. Make it to where it doesn't look nearly as odd. Because it kind of does look a little bit odd. With it not being like completely on level ground. But now you can see exactly like how big it is. Yeah, this thing's gonna be massive. Jesus Christ. It's gonna take a few live streams. I just realized that. Let me actually go and see what this thing looks like right now. I know that the stream is live. Where the heck is my channel? Who am I streaming to then? Settings, stream. Oh, so I'm streaming to YouTube. It's just not showing up. YouTube Studio. Alright, well, the stream was originally freaking. Alright, so now it's live, and if I go uploads now. Alright, so it's just live now. Okay, cool. You still see how big it is though. I mean, look at this. This boom's gonna be massive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think 21 will be good enough in terms of like length or whatever, so that should be perfectly good, making it as long as possible without overdoing the length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7. So that's 7 by 7 again. The reason is this wall is going to be kind of pieced in. We need one in the middle and then another one over there. That's good. So this will be 21 and 21 again, and then it'll start to curve around. And we'll meet back up. We'll meet that tower there. Somehow, I think we're going to meet that tower at least, or that tower may just be there alone. Some sort of watchtower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22 is going to go there. Yeah, here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll just keep everything for the most part on the same level, so that way the floor doesn't kind of go wonky. You know, look how big this thing is going to be. Like, I will have to eventually, like, fly up. And if I can get a map too. I can use a map too to detail like, just how large this project is and the sheer scale of what I'm attempting to do. Like this thing is huge. There we go, now it's same way. So now we need to come in here and just edit the pathways. Because the floor needs to go in here, right? Obviously the floor needs to come in there. Okay, I can go there. Doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. Boom. And then go up really quickly and just that we can kind of get a feeling of what we're looking at. Look how big that is. That's very large. And I actually think this tower, we're not going to include anything over there. That'll probably just be a village or whatever, but we're just going to have the tower. So you can see where my cursor is just going to curve around here and then end up attaching to there. You can see it already. This thing is massive. Of course, we need a gate for land, so there's going to be a second gate over there, a secondary gate. That's literally going to be like massive. This place is huge. So we just need to fall down, break my legs. Not quite, but now we need to start planning out how to get this tower. Right, because this tower is just here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That part of the wall may have to go over there. Yeah, it's definitely gonna have to, so that sucks. so it's had to take a pretty steep incline, right? So it takes a very, very sharp turn, goes up instantly to here, and now we just need to kind of cut down some trees. I don't know, my bare hands. So we need to get rid of part of the forest for the most part. I mean, this tree doesn't need to be here really anyways, either. This tree can go away. And for the most part, since this order will all just spawn. And there we go. So now it should just do that. Now when you get to there, so now we just need to start going, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. And 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. I can start doing this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11, and then we can start shifting towards that. Slowly moving. And that should line up perfectly. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, there we go. Alright, so it lines up really nicely. It's looking pretty good. I do need to remove more of these trees though, so these 3 trees are going to have to go. Just to get this stuff to despawn. And to make sure that there's no obstructions for like the wall or anything. Alright, so that looks really good. there might be kind of a blind spot with an area, but we can put in a tower a little bit later if we ever need to. But for now, this whole place encompasses a massive, massive area. Or do I want the only way to get into the city be via boat? And then we do a little bit of smaller wall area with a little bit tiny, like, little gate area for whatever. Let me get it. I don't know how to plug my frickin' phone. Shut up. Okay, so now we have a very long bit of walls to do. So this is going to go great. So first of all, we need to pretty much do this. Down a little bit, just so it kind of gives the idea that it has board or whatever solidly anchored into the ground, although this doesn't always have to go down to the bottom. I prefer making it go down to the bottom all the way. That's too far. Let's replace that. You to move. Ish. These really suck. They're caught and they just kind of spawn under anyways. It's kind of a pain in the ass when you're trying to build underwater. Because you like try to hit them or whatever, they'll get in the way and they'll just kind of sit there and just be AFK pretty much the entire time. They'll just be away from their brain cells not working. We're going to go up now. Take a look at how big this thing is. That's pretty big. Alright, that can definitely encompass a very nice sized keep as well as a small area for a harbor. A small area for a harbor, there'll be a little gate over there for a little gate right there for the actual for pier. There'll be a little bit of a harbor area there for like the navy to come, for their small navy to be docked, as well as being docked over here. Like the king and queen ships will be like right here, like the two main ones that transport them. They'll be right there, and then of course there's other bodies of water areas. There's plenty of area for expansion, right? So I think we should just get on with it and just start building. So we need to just start going up. Just not stop. I don't know why that doesn't work. I need this to be 3 by 3. Alright, so now we basically need to just come in here. I'll just pretty much do this. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work. Let's do this. That's pretty high. That's high enough for what we want it to be. It's just a large hole. Although I feel like this is that's too high. I feel like that's more appropriate. Because it doesn't have to be that big of a gap. Right? Like, it doesn't need to be like huge. Like overly huge of a gap. So I just need to start working on There we go. We have, actually the entrances are going to be right here somewhere. There'll be an entrance here. But now, the wall, for the most part, is there. So now we just need to start laying down the footwork. So we're just going to start laying down the planks. Oh Jesus. Good nasty. We're not gonna pay too much attention to like stuff underground because nobody's gonna see that. Like that's never gonna get shown. Like some of the parts by the water, I'll come in later and finish them off. Right? I mean, this build isn't getting finished tonight. I'm gonna get pretty far on it. There's like no way in hell that I'm getting done with it completely. I mean, like, what the hell? How the hell would you even do that? I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. I'd have to be up so late. I'd probably be up until like 4 AM working on this thing, and I still wouldn't get it done. Getting there. Actually, nobody's gonna see that area either. We're just gonna fill it in, just to kind of make placing the blocks a little bit easier. Alright, so that should be good enough for now. No, actually, we need to just finish the tower off first to determine the height of this wall. I have a feeling that the wall won't go that high. Although it'll be pretty imposing. It'll be a pretty imposing wall. Like, this is the kind of wall that'll make you go, I don't know if I want to go in there. I mean, right? That's like the whole purpose of the castle wall is to keep out enemies and keep your citizens safe on the inside and keep your enemies at bay on the outside. So we just keep going up. So there we go. And of course this tower is going to be the same size as that tower. So it's going to be a 4-floor mega tower. So the wall will be 3 stories high. Or 3 floors high. So the wall's going to be massive. And very imposing too. And I'm going to go in later. Afterwards, probably off camera. Probably tomorrow. And then just finish, or try to finish this thing over a couple... I don't think this building is actually going to take me a month like I said it would. So if I keep focusing on it, which I will for like the next few days, I definitely can get it done. And it doesn't take me that long to typically build stuff. It's just I get tired and burnt out after doing it because I'm just working like non-stop trying to get this thing to finish. It's kind of draining. Most people will be like, "Oh, YouTube isn't that hard of a job." Yeah, it is actually. It's pretty draining on you physically and mentally, pretty much. More mentally so than physically. It's a lot more mentally draining. And your mental batteries need to be recharged pretty often. So I think after this tower is going to be built, I'm going to take a break from streaming and recording for today because I'm just done. Yeah, but that shell looks good. So I think I'm just gonna leave it here at the stream. I'm exhausted. I'm pretty exhausted. I need to rest. I need to get my rest. So I will see you guys tomorrow with another stream of this exact building. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please leave me a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all the good stuff.